Do your knees hurt or feel worse after doing squats, especially now that you're over 60? You're not alone. Many people assume that knee pain is just part of getting older and that squats are something you have to do, even when they hurt. But here's what most people don't realize. The advice you were given wasn't wrong, it was incomplete. In this video, I'll show you 5 essential exercises that build leg strength while being kinder to your knees. Before we do the exercises, let me explain what's really happening inside the knee so you can stop aggravating the problem and start protecting the joint. As we age, many adults experience changes in the knee: thinning cartilage, meniscus wear, and reduced joint lubrication. This is often part of early osteoarthritis, even before constant pain shows up. For years, this was viewed as simple wear and tear, like knees were old car tires slowly breaking down. But we now understand something different. Your knees aren't worn-out tires. They're living tissue that responds to the type of load you place on it. Deep squats create high compressive forces through the knee joint, and when cartilage is already sensitive, that pressure can accelerate irritation. The issue isn't squats themselves, it's compressive loading on vulnerable tissue. But here's the good news. With the right exercises, you can activate the muscles that protect the knee, reduce stress on joint surfaces, and improve blood flow and nourishment to the joint. So now that you understand why squats often stop working after 60, let's move into 5 exercises designed to keep you strong, stable, and moving with confidence. Before we dive in, drop a comment right now telling us your age and the one physical activity you'd love to do more confidently. We're reading every single comment and responding personally. Now, let's start with number 5, quad overroll. The quad set addresses a specific weakness that most people don't recognize until they've already lost significant function. Your thigh muscle has 4 parts, but only one helps keep your kneecap steady when you move. When this muscle gets weak, the kneecap no longer moves straight, it shifts slightly to the side. This causes extra rubbing under the kneecap, which can lead to pain in the front of the knee. A 2017 study published in Physical Therapy examined 312 adults over 65 with pain in the front of the knee. Using ultrasound, researchers found that 78% had weakening of the VMO, the small thigh muscle that helps keep the kneecap stable. This weakness meant the kneecap was no longer properly supported during movement. Traditional squats work all 4 thigh muscles at the same time. But when this stabilizing muscle is already weak, the stronger muscles take over and the imbalance remains. The quad set isolates this weak muscle directly. Here's how to perform it correctly. Sit on the floor with your legs extended straight in front of you. Place a foam roller or a tightly rolled towel under your right knee. Your knee should rest on the roller with a slight bend. Now, without moving your leg, contract your quadriceps as hard as you can. You should see your kneecap pull upward toward your hip. Hold this contraction for 5 seconds. You are not moving, you are squeezing. Release slowly. That's 1 repetition. The key is maximum voluntary contraction. This is an isometric hold. You're activating muscle fibers without joint motion, which means 0 cartilage compression. A 2020 study from McMaster University found that isometric quadriceps training increased VMO cross-sectional area by 8.4% in adults over 65 after 6 weeks of daily practice. Participants also reported a 31% reduction in pain during stair descent. Perform 10 repetitions on each leg. Rest for 30 seconds between sets. Complete 2 sets per leg. Traditional squats recruit the quadriceps, yes, but the VMO never receives isolated overload. It remains the weak link. The quad set eliminates that limitation. Number 4. Straight leg raise.
The straight leg raise is one of the most prescribed exercises by orthopedic surgeons following knee replacement surgery. That alone speaks to its effectiveness and safety profile. This movement isolates the hip flexors and quadriceps without requiring knee flexion. That means zero compression on the knee joint and zero friction on cartilage, while still building the exact strength needed for walking, climbing stairs, and getting out of a car. Here's why this matters. The Baltimore Longitudinal Study of Aging tracked 1,057 adults over age 65 for 6 years. Researchers found that hip flexor strength declined by an average of 3.2% per year in those who did not perform resistance training. More importantly, participants who could not perform 12 consecutive straight leg raises had a 2.4 times higher risk of falls, resulting in injury. The hip flexors lift your foot high enough to clear obstacles during walking. When they weaken, people develop a shuffling gait. Shuffling increases trip risk, and a trip at 70 often results in a hip fracture. To perform the straight leg raise, lie flat on your back on a firm surface. Bend your left knee and place your left foot flat on the floor. Keep your right leg completely straight. Engage your right quadriceps, actively lock the knee, and lift your right leg until it's level with your left thigh. Hold for 2 seconds at the top. Lower slowly, taking 3 seconds to descend. Do not let your heel touch the ground between repetitions. This continuous tension is critical for sustained muscle activation. Start with 8 repetitions per leg and work up to 15. Once you can perform 15 with controlled form, add ankle weights. Start with 2 pounds and progress to 5. A 2019 randomized controlled trial followed adults aged 67 to 82 for 12 weeks. Knee extension strength increased by 34%. Walking speed improved by 0.18 meters per second, and self-reported knee pain decreased by 38%. Training this movement retrains that neuromuscular pathway. If you're still with us and finding this helpful, type number 4 in the comments so I know you're there. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Number 3. Glute Bridge. The glute bridge may be the most underrated exercise for knee health because knee pain is rarely about the knee itself. Your gluteal muscles, the gluteus maximus, medius, and minimus, are the largest and most powerful muscle group in your body. They stabilize your pelvis and control femoral rotation. When the glutes weaken, the femur rotates inward. This is called femoral internal rotation, and it forces the knee into a valgus position, with the knees collapsing inward. That misalignment creates uneven cartilage wear. A 2016 study from the University of Southern California examined adults over 65 with radiographic knee osteoarthritis. Those with weak hip abductor and extensor strength, primarily the glutes, had 2.8 times more medial compartment cartilage loss over 2 years. The researchers concluded that hip strengthening should be a primary intervention for knee osteoarthritis, not a secondary one. Traditional squats do engage the glutes, but only at the bottom of the movement, where joint compression is highest. The glute bridge isolates the glutes with zero knee compression. Here's how to perform it properly. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Press your arms flat on the ground beside you. Push through your heels and lift your hips toward the ceiling until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. This is critical. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can at the top. Hold for 3 seconds. You should feel the contraction in your buttocks, not your lower back. Lower slowly, taking 3 seconds to descend. Do not let your hips touch the ground between repetitions. Perform 12 repetitions. Rest for 45 seconds. Complete 3 sets. The eccentric phase, the lowering, is where much of the strength adaptation occurs. A 2018 study found that emphasizing the eccentric phase increased glute strength by 41% more than standard tempo training. As you progress, add resistance by placing a weight on your hips or performing single leg bridges, which increase load and stability demand. Research from Johns Hopkins University found that adults over 65 who performed glute bridges 4 times per week for 8 weeks increased hip extension strength by 47%, reduced knee pain by 52%, and improved stair climbing performance by 28%. The glute bridge also activates the hamstrings, which act as dynamic stabilizers for the knee joint. Stronger hamstrings mean better knee control during movement. Before we continue to the top 2 exercises, if you're finding value in this information, hit that like button so more seniors can discover this routine. And subscribe. We're releasing powerful senior health content every week. Now, let's move to an exercise that addresses something most routines completely ignore. Number 2, prone knee curl. The prone knee curl targets a muscle group that walking almost completely ignores, the hamstrings. Your hamstrings help bend the knee and control leg movement. More importantly, they balance the quadriceps and protect the knee from excess strain during movement. After 65, hamstring strength declines faster than quadriceps strength. A 2015 study from the American Journal of Sports Medicine found that adults aged 65 to 78 had an average quadriceps to hamstring strength ratio of 2.9 to 1, well above the optimal range of 1.5 to 2 to 1. This imbalance creates knee instability. Traditional squats recruit the hamstrings only as secondary stabilizers. They never receive enough direct work to adapt. The prone knee curl isolates them completely. Here's the setup. Lie face down on the floor or a mat with both legs extended straight behind you. If you have a resistance band, loop it around both ankles. If you have ankle weights, use them. If you have neither, body weight alone is sufficient initially. Now, bend your right knee, pulling your heel toward your glutes. Focus on using only your hamstring, not momentum and not hip flexion. Bring your heel as close to your glutes as possible. Hold for 1 second. Then lower slowly, taking 4 seconds to return to the starting position. This extended eccentric phase is essential for building tendon resilience and eccentric strength. Perform 10 repetitions per leg. Complete 3 sets. A 2017 study published in Clinical Biomechanics followed adults over 65 who performed hamstring curls 3 times per week for 12 weeks. Hamstring strength increased by 52% and knee proprioception improved significantly. Participants also reported greater confidence while walking due to better stability. As you progress, increase resistance gradually by adding 1 to 2 pounds every 2 weeks. The goal is steady, controlled overload. If lying on the floor is uncomfortable, you can perform standing knee curls while holding a chair for balance. The mechanics are the same. If you're still watching and this helps, type number 2 in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Your support keeps us going. Number 1, static low-angle squat. The number 1 exercise is not what most people expect because it's not a movement, it's a hold. The isometric wall squat is a partial squat position held statically. You descend only 30 to 40 degrees, far less than a full squat, and hold that position without moving. This creates high muscle activation with minimal joint compression. Here's why this is the most important exercise for knee health after 65. A 2021 systematic review published in Osteoarthritis and Cartilage analyzed 17 randomized controlled trials involving adults over 60 with knee osteoarthritis. The review compared dynamic squatting exercises to low-angle isometric exercises. The isometric group showed greater reductions in pain and better improvements in function. More importantly, they had higher adherence, meaning people were more likely to continue because pain during exercise was minimal.
Here's how to perform the isometric wall squat correctly. Stand with your back against a wall. Walk your feet forward about 18 inches and position them hip-width apart. Slide your back down the wall until your knees are bent approximately 30 to 40 degrees. Your thighs should not be parallel to the floor. Hold this position. Keep your weight evenly distributed through your feet. Do not let your heels lift. Engage your quadriceps, glutes, and core. Your lower body should be working continuously. Hold for 20 seconds. Breathe normally. Do not hold your breath. Slide back up the wall slowly. Rest for 60 seconds. Repeat for 3 sets. At first, 20 seconds will feel challenging. As your muscles adapt, increase the hold time by 5 seconds each week, working toward 45 seconds per set. A 2019 study from the University of Kentucky found that a single 45-second isometric hold at 40 degrees produced greater quadriceps activation than 15 full-depth squats. As you progress, increase difficulty by slightly lowering deeper, never beyond 50 degrees, or by increasing hold duration. So there you have it. 5 knee-safe exercises that take just 5 minutes but deliver results that traditional squats often can't after 60. The full routine looks like this. Quad sets, over the roll, 10 reps per leg. Straight leg raises, 8 to 15 reps per leg. Glute bridges, 12 reps. Prone or standing knee curls, 10 reps per leg. Low-angle wall squat hold, 20 to 45 seconds. Perform this routine daily or at minimum 3 to 4 times per week. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progression. Start where you are. Shorter holds, fewer reps, or modified versions are completely fine. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 exercises feels most doable for you? And what's the one activity you want to return to with stronger, more confident knees? Share in the comments. We read and respond to every single one. If you found this helpful, hit the like button so more seniors can discover this routine, and subscribe for science-backed senior health content every week. Thanks for watching, and here's to stronger knees, safer movement, and lasting independence.